That's why you see that leaders steal money, but people still come out to defend them. In fact, civil society that was never there to defend the poor people of Nigeria when they were suffering are so quick to defend the leader when he has his own scandal. So the reason why society doesn't move, okay, this is distracting, right? The reason why society doesn't move is because society doesn't ask questions. And the reason why society doesn't ask questions is because society doesn't want to be accountable. So if we have not solved the problem first of accountability in society, then there is no how we're going to solve the problem of leadership. That's why we have band A, band B, band C, but we don't have band electricity, because there is nobody that will hold them accountable. So let me tell you today, the reason why you see a lot of people supporting leaders that have not shown to be accountable is because, number one, they have a mentality of servitude. So this goes back to the colonial days in Nigeria. And it has to be said. It goes back to the colonial days in Nigeria. There's a mentality of servitude and some form of slavery where people think that there must always be somebody ahead of them in society and you shouldn't hold that person accountable. It's a mentality of what I call babasokbeism or rankadedeism, as it were, that somebody feels that it is in one man's place to bless him. So whether the man stole the money through political connections or any way he got the money, somebody feels that the man will have to bless him, and because the man will have to bless him, you shouldn't hold that person accountable. So when you have that, then you start to have problems. Problems like a direct lack of accountability. So because the politician comes to steal your commonwealth from you and give you back that money, you do not have the mindset of your own to be able to ask the questions that are needed to ask and say, okay, can you give me a clear term on how you're going to fix the water problem? I keep talking about the fact that the British first tried doing pipe-borne water in 1912 or 1913, thereabouts in Lagos, the early 1900s. Until today, we still have a problem of pipe-borne water. So when you ask those questions of accountability, they say, no, you shouldn't ask it because you should see them as your benefactor. And when you see them as your benefactor, then you do not have a right to be able to ask questions as regards things happening in society. And when that happens, nothing happens. You can never get a leeway. You can never have a good day because it's always constantly about the fact that you're subservient to them. And if you ask too much, there's an element of them using the state against you. The same state that is supposed to cater for your needs are now being used against you, and you don't have the capacity to be able to speak about it because there is no accountability in society. So another thing that brings down the accountability is what I call the herd mentality. So everybody says, oh, because somebody is the big man now, nobody should ask him questions. And all of a sudden, because people have things to benefit, they kowtow. And they say, live and let live, just let him be. I mean, letting him be does not mean that we shouldn't ask questions of accountability. And these things I'm talking about is pervasive all over Africa. But they say, no, you shouldn't ask him. And when you look at the root origin of it, it's always been like that over Africa. Have you ever wondered why Yoruba kings were called Kabiyesi? That means nobody can ask you. It's because we did not have a culture hitherto of accountability for our leaders. Although some societies try to put about accountability, I mean, the older the empire tried, but it's because we live in a society where we do not develop a level of accountability for our leaders, and our leaders think they can just do and undo. So when you try to ask for accountability in a society that lacks accountability for leadership, then it becomes a problem. So what happens? You'll be arrested. Elements of force will be used against you. The cards will be used against you. But the truth is, if the leader truly has accountability, he should not be afraid to be able to explain himself in detail. So increasingly we see a society where it is difficult to be able to change the mindset. And the fundamental thing about leadership and the way Africans react to leadership is the mindset thing. And except we break those molds of our mindset, nothing is going to change. Because that's the gospel of Christ, you see, and that's the encirclement, the gospel, the good news tried to bring to people. You remember the story of Martin Luther? Prior to this time, in the Catholic Church, you had to go and sort of like pay for your sins and do confessions and all of that. But Martin Luther started challenging the status quo by saying, the just shall live by faith, the just shall live by faith. And he was summoned to the Diet of Worms, and he said very strongly that here I stand, I know no other, so help me God. So every time you try to challenge and bring about accountability, people will look at you in such a way and say, no, don't do it, don't say it, don't talk about it. In fact, they'll fear for you. But in the end, the lasting change in society comes when you can only ask the questions and challenge the status quo. And say to yourself, could things be done a lot better? The question you should ask is that why is it that we have a mindset that people have so been relegated that it's now a difficulty to ask questions? Just an honest question. Even if the question you're asking is wrong, why is it that people shout you down? But because questions stir up conversations and people don't like to have the conversations. And that's why you have the problem in our society of leadership. So for us to be able to shift this mindset, are we ready to shift the culture? I don't think we're ready to shift the culture because there are too many people in bondage. You remember Andy living in bondage? There are too many people living in their own mental bondage. You know, it's just like the way they don't believe that citizens should actually have a level of success that is comfortable, that can meet their needs in this country. So having good hospital, good roads, there's so many minds that don't conceive it. A lot of minds have been accustomed to slavery. They don't like when you try to push them out of their slavery. They don't like, you see, there are a lot of people that say, oh, we're praying Nigeria should change. They're just like the people in the Bible. I think it was Mission Shadrach and Abednego. And we're praying. And when the breakthrough, when they prayed for Mission Shadrach and Abednego, and when the breakthrough finally came and they came back and they were like, no, they were not ready for them to come. So a lot of us are praying for things that we don't believe in. When we forget that God has given us the most important capacity to be able to make our lives better, which is our mindset. Because the truth is, if the likes of them, Anthony and Nahoro, were content with where they were and said, oh, the British were leading and pushing us around, probably a lot of things will not change. Or probably if the likes of Barack Obama was content with the start on ground that, oh, African Americans was always difficult for them to run for presidency and ace it in America, he would probably not run. So what I'm saying is, you say you believe in Christ, you say you believe in God, you say you believe in Allah, but your mind is still in shackles. And you quote Bible to even justify your enslavement by saying, Bible says, touch not my anointed. But you also forget that we need to hold our leaders accountable. You also forget that. You also forget that. So it is the slavery of the mind that still pervades the air in the consciousness of a lot of people. And that's why when they talk, it's a reaction to their internal slavery. When they see people that are bold, in fact, they try to shut them down because they cannot be as bold as those people. But they forget that the mindsets differ. We are not all wired to be slaves. We're not all wired to be slaves. The Bible talks about where the Spirit of God is, there is liberty. Some of us were born free. We're not wired to be slaves. We're not wired to depend on another man before we can have our daily bread. Some of us would rather be hungry and be able to speak our minds than have our belly full, and not be able to talk. So, because you see people that were not wired with your kind of poor mindset, you start to shut them down. Seven out of 10 times, people will denigrate what they don't have. The gifts in you that people don't have, they'll denigrate you for it. Not be perturbed. They'll denigrate you for it. They'll denigrate you for it. They will never be able to stand tall and have accountability for their own words and their decisions. It's always for them going to be about what is in it for them. They will not economically emancipate themselves because they feel that life means that they should be subservient to another person. For them, their best aspiration is to go around the man in power. But life is deeper than that. So, truth has to be told. When we start to ask these questions of accountability, a lot of people start to feel shaken. But we fail to realize that we cannot get society right except we have leadership. And my fear is, with the kind of followership structure we're on, a leader that now has the heart to do well will be a saint, because there is no standard of accountability. Nobody can hold it, except a few people in the media. But also, you know what it is with the media. Either the Bible dictates the tune. Because there are no standards of accountability. And a society where you don't have standards of accountability, you have standards of shame and disrepute. So that's why you see a prison building collapse because rain fell, and the building had been built since the colonial days, and there was no fixing of the structure or bolstering the walls. And people are told not to ask questions. Your silence is dangerous. I tell you that. Your silence is dangerous. And that's why I see what we do on this show is we try to empower every single time we come on the radio. And across every platform. And I'm happy the Twitter family too has joined now, because we have, they can watch us live. We try to empower. What is empowerment? Mental empowerment. Constantly challenging the status quo of the mind. So one of the first books I wrote was Keys to Mental Evolution. I wrote that book about 2016. Because see, if you lose your mind, you lose everything. If your mind constantly tells you it's impossible, there's no way it's going to be possible for you. Secondly, we now do the physical work of empowerment. The Seni Center, many other people, Mankind Pharmaceutical, the man reaching out to people out there in the north. Ambassador Musbal that we started a project with last week that said, please, people support as much as possible. We want to take weed out of people's hands in Mushin. There are many things we want to do. We want to be able to give youth a better future. Some projects I'll just announce here, you can key into it. Ensuring that we have school lessons for children, after school lessons, teaching them, giving them a space, deepening the teaching of coding and sciences in schools. Then volunteer teaching, people can pick up classes and teach. I used to do some of this in the past. I used to go teach at the study center of the National Open University. Then also fashion it around your spare time to be able to pass on knowledge. So because if we build a new generation that thinks of accountability, then we can build a society that can definitely stand the test of time. I mean, one of the interesting videos I'll be playing after this will be a video on a guy that was, I think, the first black senator in Poland and came back, started doing a lot in the agricultural space. I mean, there's so much people are doing. But it goes back to the level of accountability. How accountable can you be? And look at the bigger picture of national development rather than the smaller picture of bigotry. What are the questions you should ask yourself about accountability? Like, do you support people because it benefits you? Or you ask the due question because it benefits society? What is going to be the after effect on society of your actions? Can you be accountable for your actions? How does society see you? How will God judge you? And these are the most important things about mankind and humanity. And if you do not solve those problems, then society doesn't move anywhere because we keep going around in circles. And that's why we have Impact on Rufai every Sunday, to be able to help people to align properly. Yeah, we have the religious angle where we edify the spirit, but we also have a movement for national development, because if our country is not good and we don't have conversations, then we can't build it further. And that's what I use media to do. I use media to create quality conversations. I've asked provocative questions to be able to stir thinking, the best possible thinking amongst people. Because in the end, I will be accountable for the capacity of media I got. God put me in the media space to be able to ask the questions. In the end, I will deliver to my maker and say, oh, did you stir those conversations? Did you bring about people's mindset to the things that are good? Yes. I'm doing that now, and I'll keep doing that. If I preach hate, I'll be judged by the hate I preach, and that's why I don't preach hate. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's the commandment of God. Challenge opinions, but also be kind enough to listen to the views of others. But also inject positive reasoning among the mindset of people. Make the priority be about your country, and you can elevate the cause of humanity, because that is more important and more germane than anything. For me, knock on wood, I believe Nigeria can be a superpower. And I know, because that's the unction. I didn't start this just today. Close to 10 years ago, when I started the empowerment series, when I had events in Lagos and in London, God was telling me about the fact that Africa will be called upon to have solutions to the problems in the world. And the truth has to be said. These are the solutions. We are beginning to preach the next generation. So I'm not seeing this generation. I'm beginning to see the next generation. Those in the university sector today, what will become of their lives in the next 10 to 20? That's why I set up the University Challenge, where increasingly I speak to universities. So I'm thinking of the next generation, because a leader thinks of the next generation. A politician thinks of the next election. As a political leader, you can't do more than an 8-year cycle. Maybe if you do 2 8-year cycles, you're lucky in your lifetime. So what is a sustainable legacy of leadership? But it goes back to the conversation about the mindset and how you set the standard so low. Today, as we speak, the world is evolving. When the world is evolving, you must learn about the world that is evolving. So I'd like to encourage you, learn more about the man there in the leadership position is supposed to be your greatest servant. It's not supposed to be a lord of the manor that lords over you. So that's the kind of capacity we must build. That's the kind of capacity you must build. You must emancipate your mindset. You can't constantly be a lackey or lapdog. And that's what we do on Impact every Sunday. So for the close to 1,841 now I see on the Twitter family that are just joining on. So thank you guys so much. There's a phone line we normally get out for people to call. It's 0818-099-1991. Also, we use this phone line when we do most of our outreaches to 0818-099-1991. And this is live, and this is brought to you every great Sundays like this. And this is also going live on the radio. We're putting it live everywhere, across all platforms, to be able to educate the minds of people and get them a lot better. And also people watching us from every part of the world, then hit us up on that number. I think you can also call that number on WhatsApp. Goodness me, the WhatsApp box is filled up. Not over thousands of messages on the WhatsApp box. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Those are the phone lines to call us up on. Your mindset. Your mindset. Because see, let me tell you this way. The mindset is a reflection of everything that concerns you. If your mindset is not free, then nothing will be free in your life. You will constantly wallow in the pit of disbelief and regret. You constantly try to please people that don't care about you. And you'll be a slave to those you should impact. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Rufai. Good morning, sir.
Bless you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Dr. Ishmael, the Manjem pharmaceutical company from Abuja.
Oh, Manjem, how are you? Bless you, my brother. How's it going with the outreach? Yeah, the man doing a lot of outreach in Abuja. Bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate your wonderful gesture, your support partnering with this wonderful organization.
Yeah.
And I really want to give thanks to God for this family you have given this morning about accountability.
Yeah.
These are the major challenges we are having in most of these major outreaches. It has to do. I can tell you, my dear brother, the challenge we have, especially as far from my own perspective, is that we have religious sentiment has been our problem. Because looking at the religion, the children of the bourgeois will go to private university, and they will render the poor, telling them that they should go and study their religion without giving them Western education. They make them to understand that Western education is a thing. You understand? So, but I thank God for this initiative of you having a library, because I will appreciate it if, by the grace of God, because I'm praying for you. God should empower you more in terms of financial, so that you can reach out to the people here in the north. Because
I really want to do a lot in the north. You know, I really want to build libraries and that have healthcare centers. That's my plan, and I just pray God should be able to help me. And I want people to partner with me across the north and 704 local governments. I want a library that has. I want to build a library that has a healthcare center within. A library in one room, a mini healthcare center that can also be a center for outreach, you know, to be able to help cure little communicable disease and all of that, and be able to help people. And that's why I'm planning to start one in my village as a startup, a healthcare center. Hopefully, when it's time, I should be able to, you know, announce it and get a partnership where I will be able to have a lot of outreaches and also do that across 774 local governments, but not just building it. My part is about sustainability. So another thing too, my brother, we need to start thinking of is, have you ever thought of, if you are not there pushing this your great dream, who's going to do it after you?
I tell you, do you know that just to this particular village? Now, let me let you understand something. I want the whole world to listen and everyone joining this program. Those children want education. They want to be exposed. They need those things. But the opportunity was not there for them. Look at the village I went to. I came back last week, and on Wednesday. They only understand good money. They want to mingle. They want to meet people. They want to see what is going on in the world. But there is no good road, no possible water. Now, I'm working on the program because I'm going to call you maybe anytime soon, that your leisure time. We need to describe a lot of children who have what we call cerebral palsy, imbecile, due to malnutrition.
Just talk about it now and say what you need. You might not know. People might be listening that may want to be part of it, and we've brought in the audience base. So talk about that cerebral palsy thing you want to talk about.
Yes. The cerebral palsy challenge is that majority of those children, what led to that is one, environmental hazard, poor malnutrition, and due to bad weather conditions, exposing them to meningitis because of the poor weather atmosphere. So those children, we see some of them, there is no antenatal care here. That is just the truth. They don't go for antenatal, they just take in, they got pregnant, nobody's having anything that has to do with their medical history. Until I just said, none has even been to any medical health center at all. They just believe they're just like an animal. They take in, they give breath, no vaccination, nothing. So all those things lead to those challenges. So that was why I said, okay, by the time, because I went to, they want education, they really maybe get tested for it. The children were coming close to me.
So what community is that? And what can we do as regards education there?
The name of that community is Panta. Along Nasawa Toto, Panta.
Panta, okay. Because I'm trying to... There's this charity, I've been talking to one of their general secretary, a very wonderful lady at Adesu about. It's called Sapphire. So what they do is they give a little education to, you know, children and things like that. So, I mean, if I can know more about this community, we can see how we can deploy in this community and get people to work in tandem with, you know, you to ensure that we get to help this community as regards getting people to educate them, you know. My goal as regards that will be a mobile school. If we can get a bus, you know, or a truck, you know, or a very strong truck that we can do 4x4, where we can load it up with books, and we can have teachers that can drive to this community park and teach them in school. And we have a mobile school that we can take to them, you know.
Yes, because by the grace of God, thank God that you have that vision. I'm ready to partner with you on that. As far as using my people, not only on the medical career, I want those children because I don't know when I can die. I'm a missionary. Anything can happen anytime, so that someone can start from where I stop.
Yeah.
That is condition. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm not afraid of death. I speak language. I was able to speak, understand Hausa and Fulani because of this medical mission. I'm telling you the truth. I was able to understand Baki at the same time in because I use social intelligence. I don't tell them more about religion.
And the funny thing is, in all these communities, ballot box reaches there, but development doesn't reach there.
I tell you absolutely that this community, if not at a distance, you won't even believe that you'll be surprised that there is a place like this in Nigeria. Who is the senator representing them? If I send you the picture, you see the capture, you'll be wondering that can this be in the 20th century? No potable water, no borehole. As I'm saying to you, do you know yesterday when, because of the bad road, I have to shut up bike that will bring me to Bianco in 3,000 naira from that forest. I'm telling you the truth. That was why I was praying to God. By the grace of
Okay. My brother, give out your number again. You know, like we always say every Sunday, give out your number again. Keep calling every Sunday.
I want you to appreciate you for one thing. Nigerian Foundation from Plateau. They want to give. They are partnering with us.
Okay, they heard you. They heard you through the radio, right? They heard you through the show.
They want to be giving, for those who have astigmatism, glaucoma, free medical healthcare, free eye center. So they want to partner with my organization.
Okay, good. So, okay, give out your number 0906 683 3627.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's Menkem Pharmaceutical is the one we're partnering at the Rufai Aseni platforms. We're partnering with him, and so please, you can also Aseni Center, Rufai Aseni, all my platforms, Rufai Aseni TV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter now, and VOP Radio. We're partnering with him, and he's really good to get a lot of help. So please, he's doing a lot in the Northeast as regards children. Healthcare education. So his number is 0906 683 3627. 0906 683 3627. 0906 683 3627. Thank you, my brother. Really appreciate it.
God bless you, Mr. Rufai.
Thank you so much. All right, so we'll keep drumming that out. So we keep looking for partnerships with him. Call him up. We are partnering with him, so we're giving media partnership, and he's getting other partners too to come in. We're still taking calls. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. That's what we do. We're shifting mindset. We're building. So that's why when I tell you, I have eyes in most part of the country. Trust me. And that's why I say most of the projects I want to do now, I use my village as a launch pad, but once I get more funds, 4 local governments, we want to have borehole, we want to have, what's it called now? Apart from providing water, I don't believe in collective boreholes because of the ecological situation. We have to also be careful, but libraries and healthcare centers, building lives, getting a place where people can get educated, giving opportunities, opening their minds. You know, a book can make you travel around the world. You know, sometime last week I took out time, I went to a library. I did so much, and I was really take you generations back. That's what a book can do. And that's why I have partnership with my own library, the Aseni Center Library, and the Kora Library on Lagos Island. You know, at the Freedom Park, we do a lot of partnership, and there's just so many things we do. Hello, how are you? Bless you. Please turn off volume of your radio set. Turn off your radio set. I can't hear you. If it's loud, I can't hear you. I mean, I can't say that enough. So turn it off. So that's what we're partnering with Kora Library. You know, doing a lot in the arts sector, partnering with a lot of people. For me, one thing I do is that I do a lot of partnership because I know my hands and my foundation, the Resurgimento Foundation, cannot reach out. So I have a network of partners, you know, through the media, where I partner with to also bring about the societal change. And there's so much with it. Hello, how are you?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Rufai. I'm calling from Iko.
Great to have you from Iko. Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay, I really want to appreciate your work and every other single details you have put out this morning.
Thank you.
Most of us, or many of us, are really suffering from all these things that are faced this morning. When it comes to education, health facilities, and all that. I'm actually from but I'm a student, but I came for holiday. So there in my school, I school in Unical, and then I'm at the local government, and I'm also the vice president of all the local government student association. And then in my community, I discovered that we lack all these things, especially the health facilities, and most of the children don't have access to education as well. So we, the student union organization, we try to reach out to all those communities who are in all those stuff. We try to give them the little knowledge we are getting from our own little way, and the little we have, we encourage them with them. So we are pleading. I am also pleading at this point in time that the government should please come to our aid.
Sorry, we lost that, but it's a good plea. The government should come to our aid, and there's so much we're doing. Just like I posted a video on my Instagram page, just like my own TV station there, and about a woman in your area. I'm partnering with some doctors that are helping me, get that woman out. I think her granddaughter has a problem with her heart. I've also posted pictures there. If you want to help, just go out there and take our time to help. I mean, because these are things that leadership needs to do. And that's why I'm opening us the mindsets, and also ensuring that a lot more is done. 0818-099-1991. You can put a +234 in front of that number. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Those are the phone lines to call us up on. And we're still helping a lot of people, changing lives, positively impacting generations yet unborn. And welcome to our Twitter family today. I think we've got over 1,100 of them joining us on Twitter. On Facebook, we get close to about over 5,000, 2,000 to 5,000 sometimes, or 10,000 depending. On Instagram too, we get quite some, over 1,000. So, and on radio, we have thousands and thousands of people, because VOP is being listened to. We've passed the 1 million listeners mark on VOP, so we've got millions of listeners too on the ratings board. So, and it's across many platforms, and we're also getting this out there on multiple platforms. So, call us up, 0818-099-1991. If you're calling from any part of the world, you can also call that number on WhatsApp, 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. Dozie, please get ready. We will be getting some messages out there soon, and once I drop off on this, they will get a chance to be able to listen to some other insightful messages I've packaged from you on this series of Impact Rufai, which goes from 9 to about 11. And the other segment of the show, it will not be streamed on all these platforms you're seeing. You can also always get to listen live when you listen on VOP. So VOP is on YouTube, VOP 90.3 FM. So you can catch the remaining part of the show on YouTube. Right. So we'll take some calls as we start to wrap things up this Sunday morning. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. 0818-099-1991. One thing I also like to tell you guys about leadership is this. You see, because somebody is a leader does not mean he should take advantage of people. Hello, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, how are you?
Good morning, sir.
Very well.
Yeah. I am Vincent from Ijeoma area.
Where are you calling from?
Vincent from Ijeoma area.
Ijeoma, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just going to speak with you this morning.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
Yeah.
I am a widower. I lost my wife last year.
So sorry about that. Sorry about that.
And I have two daughters in higher school university. One is in Akoka, one is in Yabate. But I'm having some financial issues concerning their studies. The school fees that have been paid, school fees, it's not easy for me. Even the one that is studying biochemistry, is trying to say whether she will drop out to go and now work since I cannot finance the school issues provided. So I don't know.
So you're seeking help. You're a widower and things are tough for you. So your number is 0812 378 8633, all right? That's your number.
Yes.
0812 378 8633. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks. So that's the man out there that called. He's a widower and he lost his wife, but things are tough for him and he's got 2 children in school. So if you can reach out, if you can reach out to him and all of that, let's see how that pans out and let's see how we can get help for people as much as we can. I think we'll have this last call and start to wrap things up. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Great to have you. What's your name? Yeah.
Yes, sir. My name is Chris. I'm calling from Mekoto.
From where?
So I don't from Mekoto.
Okay.
What I'm begging is it's not that I'm not asking for money, but I'm a comedian. You understand? So I have my comedy in audio mic. But I don't have money to put it in all platforms. So just audio mic. I want you to just click it. My comedy name is Comedian Pastor.
Tell us your comedy page so that let me support you. Tell us your comedy page. What's your comedy page so that people can go and watch your comedy?
Yes, sir. It's Comedian Pastor. The other one is good for me. The other one is Yata. Something like that. You just click Comedian Pastor, sir.
Okay, Comedian Pastor on what platform?
Comedian Pastor on Audio Mac.
On Audio Mac. Okay, Comedian Pastor. Yes, so we can listen to your comedy on Audio Mac. Okay.
Yes, sir. If you like it, let me to share it, sir.
Okay, no wahala. Thank you. I think we've supported you. We've put it on the radio for you. So,
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You know, things might be at a level of kilter for a couple of people out there, but the truth is, we can make life a whole lot better. And that's what I learned. And that's why I keep doing all the things I do. And we can make life a whole lot better, but we need to hold those that made life this difficult accountable at first before we can make life a whole lot better. And that's what we do on Impact at Rufai. We provide opportunities, we liberate the minds of people, and ensure that their minds never remain the same again. Because you see, a mind that's been exposed to a new idea never returns to its original size again. And it can only continue to grow. And it's been exposed to other ideas. And these things can only change society. You know, I want a society where we can democratize success. And it's possible. And to a large extent, the less fortunate amongst us will be catered for. To a large extent. And that's why we need to look at how to make the system of the economy a lot better for a lot of people. I pray as you grow this week, God will be with you. It will make your way straight. It will help you as you reach out to other people. And it will make your feet solid on the ground to be able to make the desired impact. As you go this week, he will give you the inspiration to be able to ask questions that will liberate your mind and lead you to a path of success. And he'll help you in every area of your life. And I pray God be with you. He will not leave nor forsake you. He'll constantly be with you. And he'll take all the glory concerning everything that concerns you. God bless you. As we go, we're still supporting a lot of the charities, and we're working with a lot of charities out there to ensure that we solve all these societal problems. Welcome to our family on Twitter. We've got about 1,200 of them joining us today. And every Sunday like this, we have a rendezvous from 9 o'clock. And it promises to be great. We also have our family on Instagram, family on Facebook. 300,000 of you that follow the Rufai Seni page on Facebook, thank you. And Instagram for about 450,000 of you. And on Twitter, about 976,000, going to 1 million that follow on Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Bless you all. So we're keeping Impacting Society, and millions also that listen via the radio of VOP and the VOP family. Bless you guys so much. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Bless you all. Thank you. The radio of VOP and the VOP family. Bless you guys so much. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Bless you all. Thank you.
It is a great place of fun and insight. It is a great place of learning. It could be your school on radio. It could be your life on radio. We are VOP, Voice of the People. VOP 90.3. Is strong. It is the voice of the people. Entertainment unparalleled. Satisfaction guaranteed. VOP, Voice of the People. VOP, Voice of the People.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos Airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today. and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender Guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown Bass Combo.
Government to take appropriate action.
Politics. If every president, every governor, every minister, every commissioner took his job seriously, this country will not be ready.
Economy. We're not growing in terms of what's happening with the economy.
Lifestyle.
Human angle.
Put the government on notice.
And sometimes the unusual. Evening Rush with Precious, Monday to Friday, 6:15 p.m. to 9 p.m. 90.3 Voice of the People FM, Lagos. Now,
the best of football talks rocks your radio every Saturday at 12 p.m.
That is magnificent. That is why he has got the golden boot.
Tune into the Soccer Scoreboard show.
Real Madrid on the counter. Benzema in the box. Sakina puts it into the
on the People's Radio, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos.
Osimhen in on goal here. He has option square, and it's off the line by Virgil van Dijk.
Don't miss it.
Hello, this is your good radio pal, Citizen Jones Hussein, with the Voice of the People VOP Radio 90.3 on your dial. Join me, Citizen Jones, every Saturday 7 to 8 a.m. on newspaper headliners and 8 to 9 on Citizen Jones This Morning. I'll be sharing 2 solid hours of compact radio with you. Keep the date, Saturday 7 a.m. to 9.
Oga politician, this money where you carry come your constituency come dey distribute anyhow. No be say dem say make you distribute am. Na to do community work. Wetin happen if you no fit do the work wey dem ask you to use the money do? Return the money to government treasure. We need our money. Make people no call you ole o. If you do like ole, dem go call you ole.
Football.
It's all about the skills and the sets.
Lovely touch from Leo Messi.
Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal!
The bruises and the bruises.
Joshua is trying to take him out of a really wonderful...
The twist and the turns.
And Cristiano Ronaldo has matched the scorcher he scored.
The dribbles and the drop shoulder. Making a day for in-depth analysis
of events from the field
and tracks on Football Fans Lounge.
Napoli can't believe this. They've torn Liverpool apart again. Football Back to Benzema. 1-0 to Real Madrid. Benzema with his 13th goal of the season. It's the deadly duo once again.
At 5 p.m. every day
with the best radio team
on the best radio in the city of Lagos.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Drug use has been prevalent amongst the youths. What do you think can be done differently?
This is simple. It is because of the way they find themselves. When you engage them in the right direction, when they become productive, the values that shape a society is critical in behavior and controlling what people want to do to earn a living.
About 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 are drug abusers. Spends approximately $15,000 and $30,000 annually on psychotropic drugs and alcoholic beverages, respectively.
the Senate accordingly resolved to mandate the Committee on Drugs and Narcotics, direct the Nigerian Education Research and Development Council to review the Nigerian curriculum for basic and secondary education to include special drug education as a compulsory subject in such schools. Direct the National Universities Commission to make the inclusion of special drug education as a compulsory course in the General Studies program, while the National Orientation Agency and the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria should increase the rate of public campaign against drug abuse in Nigeria.
This is Voice of the People.
90.3 FM.
We give you a voice.
You are listening to the number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that.
There comes a time in the affairs of man when the voice of the people stands unique, constantly challenging societal status quo. 90.3. It is a great place of fun and insight. It is a great.
This is King George. King George is 3 years old. He is the most important goat we have here. And if you want to pay 10 million for it, I wouldn't. This is King George. King George is 3 years old. He is the most important goat we have here. And if you want to pay 10 million for it, I wouldn't sell him. There are 4 classes of goats. We have class 1, the pedigree class. They are the most expensive. In fact, in auctions, the highest amount I've seen a pedigree class goat sold was $53,500 for one goat. A straw of semen from King George costs about $50-60. Okay, one ejaculation can give you 20-30 straws, and you can harvest it 2-3 times a week. So do your calculation. So you see why I said if you pay me 10 million, I will sell him. Generally, people believe that agriculture is not profitable. Many people believe it, especially those of us from the southeast. Okay, we are into trading and so on. But that's not just false. It's unfair, and because I believe that agriculture is growing your wealth naturally. Natural wealth growth.
Today, we meet up with Dr. Abraham Godson, a 2-term senator in Poland who left Europe to Nigeria to rear goats under his company name, the Premium Ranch Limited.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency? Then stay tuned, because today I'm going to be discussing an exciting option for certain professionals in the STEM field. I'm attorney Carlos Colombo, and today we're going to discuss an opportunity for professionals that are in science, technology, engineering, or mathematics and are looking for U.S. permanent residency or the green card via the EB-2 National Interest Waiver, an option that many professionals don't fully understand. So here we go. Let's talk about what the EB-2 NIW is, what are the requirements to apply, and how you, as a STEM professional, can take advantage of the current administration's procedures. So first of all, in order for you to qualify for an EB-2 NIW, you must meet certain educational requirements. You can have a master's or a PhD, or you can have a university or college degree, 4 years or more, and 5 years or more of professional experience. That's the first part of the analysis. The second part is making sure that what you are coming to do to the United States would be in the national interest. And here is where you, as a STEM professional, can take advantage of certain announcements that the US government made in 2022 that are still being applied in 2024. So if you're in a STEM field, science, all kinds of technology, all types of engineers, and mathematics, you will receive special considerations for those interested in the EB-2 National Interest Waiver. So this is an option that you should take advantage now if you are in one of these fields. Science can include all kinds of doctors, dentists, but many other scientific fields, all types of engineers, and of course technology. Below you will find a link where you can share your CV and your professional accomplishments, and we will do a free evaluation to see if you could qualify and take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. Like always, it is a pleasure sharing these news with you, and we look forward to assisting you.
And it's not teaching other Nigerians how to build wealth through goat trading business.
Why did you really decide to leave Poland to come back to Nigeria to do this? In our time now, everybody is talking about Jackpot leaving Nigeria, but you are coming back. And do you regret your decision of coming back?
No, I don't. I lived in Poland for 25 years. I have not completely left Poland. I still do stuff in Poland. I still travel to Poland, and that's another thing. Wherever you are, please don't leave that place completely. Don't uproot yourself completely. I think it's important. The main reason I did that is I've won several elections, served, they've done a lot of things. But each time I think about my own country, I'm filled with sorrow. And there's no way we can really do this unless you are on ground. There have been a lot of disappointments, a lot of hopes that were, not met. But I do not regret it. We have only one home. No matter where we are in the world and how good we are feeling in those places, we only have one motherland, and that motherland is Nigeria.
If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Welcome to Pilgrim Ranch and Pilgrim Ranch Demonstration Farm. My name is Dr. John Abraham Godson, and I'm the owner of Pilgrim Ranch. Let me just tell you a little about myself. I come from an agricultural family. My father was my agric master in the secondary school. He himself was a graduate of agriculture from UNN, and I studied agriculture as my first degree, graduated in 1992, and worked for some time at the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, in Ibadan, before I left Nigeria for Poland in 1993. And I lived in Poland for 25 years, served in various capacities, amongst others as district councillor, deputy mayor of my district, twice as city councillor, and twice as a senator, the first black senator in Poland. And then after living in Poland for 25 years, I decided to come back to Nigeria. Now, when I was thinking about coming back to Nigeria, I was also thinking about what I was going to be doing, how I was going to be giving back. And I didn't have any doubt that it was going to be in agriculture. Why agriculture? Well, Nigeria currently has a population of a little over 200 million people. In the next 25, 26 years, it's going to be 400 to 450 million people to be the third largest, most populous country in the world. And so I believe that the issue of food security, food production, that it is very, very important. And in Nigeria, we have issue of herder-farmer, clashes. I have experienced that myself, but that in a minute. And so I believe that agriculture is a very, very strategic and a very important area, not just as a business, because people must eat, but also for security reasons. Because when you have this number of people, this number of population, and people are not able to feed themselves, you can imagine what that would lead to. That was how I came up with a pilgrim ranching generally, because we have issue of this farmer herder crisis clashes. Why goats? Basically, in the south of Nigeria, unlike in the north where they prefer rams and sheep, in the south we prefer goats, and most of the goats that we consume come from the north. And also the sizes of the goats we have in Nigeria are very small. West African dwarf weighs a maximum of 25 kilograms. Sokoto red in the north weighs a maximum of 35 kilograms, and the Sahelian that you see in the upper north and even in Niger, Chad, Mali, they weigh up to 57 kilograms. So one of the things we decided to do was to increase the carcass size of our local goats through crossbreeding. In Nigeria also, we know that dairy goats are not very popular. Goat milk is not popular, but goat meat is very, very popular, especially in the south. So we decided to choose the meat breeds, the best meat breeds, import them, breed them, and use them for crossbreeding purposes. The meat breeds that we work with are Kalahari Red. Kalahari Red can weigh up to 160 kilograms. Boa can weigh up to 170 kilograms, as you can see very soon. Let me show you some of our livestock. Come in. Here we have a kid. All right. So this is King George. King George is 3 years old. He is the most important goat we have here. He's a Kalahari Red breed. Okay. The males weigh up to 160 kilograms. The females weigh about 80 kilograms. And over here we have King Charles. King Charles is 2 years old. He's still a youngster. He's still growing. Down here is the most naughty goat we have here. Is King William, but I call him William the Destroyer. He destroys everything. If another goat is on heat, William will just break out to go and meet that goat. Our goats are imported and flown in from South Africa. The price of importation depends on the class of goat. There are 4 classes of goats. We have class 1, the pedigree class. They are the most expensive. In fact, in auctions, the highest amount I've seen a pedigree class goat sold was $53,500 for one goat. The class 2 goats, the pedigree class goat, that's the class 1, they come with a pedigree certificate that shows the genetic line of that goat to the 5th generation. The second class is the commercial class goat. They are pedigree class goats, but they don't come with a pedigree certificate. The third class is the field goats. These are goats that are reared in the field. Many times inbreeding can be the effect, and inbreeding is usually when a father mates with a daughter, or a son with a mother, or a brother with a sister, and they don't attain their genetic potential, and there is some regression in the process, so they won't be able to attain that 160 kilogram, maybe 90, 100. And then the final class of goats are cull goats, C-U-L-L. Now, cull goats are goats that have one defect or the other, and they are basically sold as meat. You don't want to breed such goats. Pedigree class goats, you can, like I said, the most expensive I've seen was $53,500. In my farm, you can get them for about $4,000, $3,800 to $4,000. Commercial class goats, you can get them for about $3,000. Field goats, you can get them for about $2,000, $2,500. All right. While the cull goats, I don't have cull goats. Cull goats usually happen when you want to, a goat has finished its productive cycle and you want to sell him up. Basically, you sell him as meat. That means it depends on the weight, and usually maybe about 3,000 naira per kilogram. So the body weight will determine. So that's basically that. A goat kid, depending on the quality, they go for between 2.8 and 3 million. And we have orders, people waiting for our kids. Usually when you win them at the age of 3 months, they pick them up. All right. And then over there is our crossbreeding program. And for the crossbreeding, we use the younger goats. Here we are using Prince Harry. Prince Harry is that young male you see there, and then you see some females that are here, and then you see those ones that are on quarantine. So these goats are, for you to be able to crossbreed them, the male, the sire, imported sire, has to be smaller than King Charles or King George. So they are younger. So Prince Harry is only about 15 months old. He's even outgrowing the size. You can see him. So he's the one that does the job. A crossbreed can be, the offspring of crossbreed can be sold for between 350 and even 650,000 naira. And mostly farmers who can't afford the pure line Kalahari Red, they are the ones who buy them to improve the genetic stock of their farms. How profitable is it? It depends on a number of things. The facility you have actually determines a lot. That is the system that you're using, whether you're doing intensive, semi-intensive, or extensive. The best is the semi-intensive, in the sense that you have your own pasture, and so part of the feeding goes off from your head. We are doing intensive system because we don't have a pasture here, and because of that, we source all the feed from outside. We source all the feed from outside. The concentrates, the mineral leak, everything comes from outside, and for everything you pay. All right. So that is why is it profitable? I think it is profitable. All right, it depends on who is doing it, and are you doing it skillfully. All right, I'll talk in a minute about some of the challenges, but the various income lines in such a business. Number one is AI, that's artificial insemination. Artificial insemination. A straw of semen from King George costs about $50-$60. Okay, one ejaculation can give you 20-30 straws, and you can harvest it 2-3 times a week. So do your calculation. So you see why I said if you pay me 10 million, I will sell him.
Is there a market for that?
There is a market for that, but it is a specialistic market. You need to have the equipment, both for the extraction and for the application of the semen. I don't do that because I have them and I do natural mating. But I have a number of clients who are interested. Unfortunately, the companies that do artificial insemination are not many in Nigeria. Most of them are interested in or are focusing on cattle and horses. All right. The second stream of income is pure line breeding. I've already told you how much it costs, to sell a kid from these goats. And then the third stream of income is crossbreeding. Crossbreeding. Now imagine you bring in 200 local goats. Let's say you pay 50,000 for the 200 local goats, and then you have one or two of the imported breed that cost you say 4 million. All right, and or maybe you bought them when they were kids for 3 million. Now gestation period 5 months. Now after 5 months, let's say that they gave birth to just the 200 goats. Now that's 200 kids. If you decide to sell those 200 kids, do your calculation. If we are selling between 350 and 650,000 per crossbreed, let's say we choose an average of 400,000. How much are you making from 200 kids? 80 million. All right. But the important thing is you need to have space for them. All right. One of the reasons we are selling off kids and so on is because we don't have space. So as they're multiplying, we are selling off. All right. And then the final source of serious income is the milk. We have one goat there that we are milking, and we have off takers. A Kalahari red doe can give you up to 1.5 liters of milk in a day, and goat milk is the best milk. It's better than cow milk, especially for those who are suffering lactose intolerance or allergy and so on. We have a lady from Kenya here in Abuja who buys from us because the kid is sick. Not sick, he has allergy to cow milk. And 1 liter of this goat milk is 6,000 naira. 1 liter of cow milk goes for about 1,000 naira. So you can see the difference. So for those who decide to go into dairy goat, it's very lucrative. Unfortunately, though, goat milk is not very popular here in Nigeria. In Poland, for example, they rear goats, but not for meat. They rear goats for the milk, and it is premium milk. And there are other peripheral areas of making money, like goat manure. Everything you've seen here, maybe we can go over to the other side. Everything you've seen here was planted using goat manure. No fertilizers. All right, you can see. And the beautiful thing about them, number one, is that they don't smell. Number two is that they are pelletized, or they are in large granules, which means that the nutrients are released gradually. Okay, it's not washed off. You can just see all this. The nutrients are released gradually throughout the year, and that makes it a very good fertilizer. Unlike poultry manure, poultry manure can blight your plants, all right, because of the concentration. Okay. So you can have a look at our green section. So everything that we have here, you know, was planted with you know, goats manure. What are the challenges in rearing some of these goats? The very first challenge, of course, is the sheer cost of purchasing them. They are not cheap, and if you are not knowledgeable, you can lose them to mortality. I mean, it's something as losing a local goat of 50,000, and it's another thing losing a goat of 5 million. All right. So that is the very first challenge. The second challenge that may be faced is the issue of feed, their food, especially if you're doing intensive system. If you're doing intensive system, that means you need to bring their food from outside. Sourcing that food is not cheap. All right. The groundnut hay is just one of them. There are other things we give them, so you have to source all of them. When goats are outside, they're able to fend for themselves. The next challenge that we have is when there is a disease outbreak. Right? When there's a disease outbreak can actually wipe out your entire herd, which is why we are very, very careful and very keen on biosecurity. You know, making sure that everything, you know, things are clean, that all the animals are doing well. For those who are doing extensive or semi-intensive, one of the challenge they may have is theft, you know, especially if you are in an area that is not secured. A painful story that goes with my coming back was the fact that our farm, because we've not always been here, our farm was in Abia State, in Isuochi, Abia State. We had a 600 hectare farm there. In 2018, we were attacked and more than 30 goats were poisoned, imported goats, and these are not cheap goats. 4 dogs poisoned, and our cattle rustled. And because I was kind of apprehensive for the life of my staff, we decided to evacuate there, and that was how we started here in Abuja. One of the most important things that we do here is consultancy, capacity building, and training. In the past 7 years, we have trained more than 3,000 people in the area of modern commercial goat rearing, and we set up this demonstration farm for them to see a model of what such a system can look like. We are working on setting up regional hubs, one close to Lagos and one in Abia for the east. Our trainings are basically 3 parts. The first part is the intensive on-site theoretical part. The second part is the internship that lasts for about 1 week, and then the third part is the online networking that happens for as long as you want. Now the total cost for our training currently is 140,000 naira. There are discounts. There are discounts for groups, there are discounts for early birds, and there are discounts for those of you who are subscribers to this channel. And instead of 140,000, 100,000 is what we charge for early birds, for those who come in groups, and for those who subscribe to this channel. Just let us know that you are a subscriber of this channel. The internship, after the official, the theoretical part, the internship part depends on you. It's optional. Some people do for 1 day, some people do for the complete 1 week. It's a time when participants they observe what we do from morning to evening, just to see hands-on how handling these goats work. While the online part, you'll be migrated to our WhatsApp and Telegram platform, where you're able to network with others, see those who have done the training earlier and how they are faring, how their farms are doing. There are testimonies, people when their goats deliver, they share that story, they share their struggles. And so it is not just a one-time thing, it is a journey that starts with the on-site training.
The major training itself, what's the duration?
The major training, that's the on-site training, is 1 day. It's 1 day. It usually happens on a Saturday from 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock. That is the on-site training that we talk about everything. And then the optional internship lasts for 1 week. And the online is up to you how long you want to be on our platform. We also have a club, the Boa and Kalahari Red Goat Club, with more than 40,000 members. We have an association also, Boa and Kalahari Red Goat Breeders Association. It's 6 years now. I started off as the chairman of the board of trustees. Currently, I'm the president of the association. Another thing that my way of giving back is through the Pilgrim Ranch Agribusiness Institute Agripreneur mentoring program that we started in 2019. Every year I choose 100 young people under 35 that I mentor in the area of agribusiness. This is the 6th year. This year we had more than 500 applicants. We were able to choose 100, and so their training covers scholarships, internships, and various aspects to expose them to the area of doing agriculture as a business. About 3 years ago, we started building this facility, the Agribusiness Institute, that has accommodation also for our participants, and it also serves as a guest house. Agriculture is growing your wealth naturally, natural wealth growth. Think of a palm plantation or goat rearing, and I use the example. One of the states gave out goats to their best students, and some people were laughing at that. And in my opinion, that was a wonderful initiative, because after 5 years, those kids that received 2 female goats, they had a herd of goats, of more than 20. All right. And so this is something that grows naturally. And I also encourage people, to follow the Jewish system of wealth creation. And the Jewish system of wealth creation, allocates wealth into 3. Okay. The first one is livestock. You're not rich unless you have livestock. The second one is real estate. The third one is your business that gives you cash flow. So COVID has shown us that you may have money, but if you don't have food, you're a poor person. So I encourage everyone, produce part of the food you eat. And goats are very, very, they are wonderful animals to manage. They multiply naturally, and if you do them well, with time, your herd would grow. So all those people who believe that the only way to make money is trading is fine, but I encourage you, please diversify. It's important for you to be able to grow part of what you eat.
For those who want to probably retire into doing goat business or any kind of business, as an elderly person, what would be your advice for those who are looking to retire for the future?
My advice is don't wait until you retire. Start off small. Make your mistakes. Don't waste your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. Don't wait, please. Do not wait until you retire.
I've been using Quillbot Premium for 30 days and all I can say is wow. The different modes took my writing to the next level. Let me show you.
So I'm still here in the city of 042, Enugu, and I've got this great designer. I hear it's Enugu's best designer. And please tell me your name, and let's see how we can promote your business here. What's your name, sir?
Thank you so much. My name is Chinechelen Benjamin Oje. I work for Civet Touch Fashion as the Director of Designs.
Director of Civet Touch Fashion. Yes. Can you give us your phone number? So let's see how we can push this out.
Okay, so you can reach us in a hotline.
Yeah.
0803-2737-00. 0803
003. Yeah.
Yes.
So to tell us the kind of garments you wear and things
like that. We make all men's wear.
Okay.
Everything a man can wear, apart from singlet and boxers. We make everything, okay, we cut across the English suits, the safari, the abada, the national wear. What I call national wear, for the Yorubas, we make their outfit, for the Hausas, we make their outfit, and for the English, we make their outfit. We also make outfit for our brothers, who in quote they call the minority in the country, but I don't think they are minority like the Bayelsa, the Ikwere, all those Setibor, Woko, Alabo, Don. We do all those things. So everything a man can wear, we do all that.
Yes. So how long have you been doing this?
Okay, well, this is like what I inherited from my father. Where I come from where they call Italy, in the local government in the United States. And everybody in the world knows that we are born for this business. That's what we know how to do best. So I took it off from a great tailor in Aba they call Cardinal Tailors. So, but I never wanted to do this job anyway. But thank God I'm doing it now. I studied as a town planner in this urban and regional planning. And then after that, I had to travel to Accra, Ghana to do tailoring, industrial tailoring and fashion applied arts. You know, so for the same goal I have for tailoring and fashion. So I was trained by Italians in Ghana. So when I came back, I decided to establish, because I studied here in Enugu, I decided to establish here in Enugu.
Very good, very good. So I'll be wearing some of your attire soon. So when I wear it, I'll let you know that he created it and all of that.
Thank you so much. We make a lot for celebrities, we make a lot for politicians and people that have good eye for detail, people that like, just like our slogan.
So can you deliver anywhere around the world?
Of course we do. I travel most times. I travel out of the country for deliveries. There are some clients that don't want their stuff to be wielded. You know, so I travel anywhere. We deliver everywhere. We have clients in Australia, United States.
So you go to deliver to Australia and every part of the world.
Places, most of them want the stuff to be delivered. Yes, so I can come physically to deliver to some clients, you know, but can do welding to you anywhere you are in the world. And our services doesn't take time. There are 2 days we'll finish your stuff. 2 days. I mean, there are some clients that.
Well, what's your factory like? You have a team of tailors and all of that.
Of course, I'm a practical designer. In fact, I'm called a fabric manipulator. I have a very big team where we have different sections going on at the same time. You know, we have laundry section. Immediately we are finishing your clothes, we are delivering. And everything goes by cleaned and everything. So we have people that deliver. If you're in Enugu, we have our bikes that deliver across different hotels and different locations. I mean, we have a very good team working.
Like how many man team is it?
Okay, well, we have a function of 30.
30 people.
Yes,
So you employ 30 people. You employ a labor.
Yes, we have. We usually increase. We are looking for also. There is this projections we want to do for some of our clients that we want to ask them to if they can invest.
Oh, good. So talk about it here.
Okay,
so what kind of equity will they be? What are the returns that they're going to get if they invest in your fashion outfits?
Okay, well, we have projections to increase our mass market, you know, because what we do most in this country is bespoke. Okay, so but we want to do mass market. What I mean by mass market is doing ready to wear. We already have it, but it is in a smaller scale. So we want to increase the scale so that we can talk to Amazon, we can talk to some of these online stores. You know, most of them are already have their stuff. We have most of the boutiques, pocket boutiques in Abuja, in Lagos, you know, that sell our stuff in small quantities. You know, so right now we want to enlarge the scale so that we can sell in different countries. Yeah, so there's a lot of money there because most of our designs have been tested. Most of them have been even copied by some other designers, I mean, you know. So, but right now, all those things, we want to put them in check. We have gone to copyright collection. We have copied some of our designs and registered them. So we want to now use them as a design because those designs have been tested. Those designs are popularly demanded. So we want to push it across the world, the Africa, especially the African cities. I've gone to Nairobi, I've gone to Kigali, and when I went there for award, I took about 70 outfits. None came back with me. All of them were sold out. So we've seen that our designs are popularly demanded. So we want to see how we can capitalize on that, make money, and help our community, and also employ. We have a lot of people that need. In fact, one thing that I'm noticing is that most of the young people like us no longer want to do tailoring. They don't want to do tailoring because they feel it's no longer lucrative. They feel most of the people that did it in the past didn't do it in a way to attract the young people to do it. But I'm telling you, a lot of young people, because of me, kill the idea of traveling abroad because they see how I do it effortlessly. They see the way the organization, the way everything is organized, and I mean meeting people. I mean, I studied. I have even a PhD, even though it's honorary, but I have gotten so much award across African countries. You know, so they have seen that yes, you can be a tailor, you can fulfill your dreams, you can help people, your family, and people in your community. So if I get facility.
How much facility are you looking at? How much do you want to raise?
We are looking at for the first stage. We are looking at for 500 million.
500 million, man.
We are looking at for 500 million because there are some machines that we want to get. Those machines are the machines that can fix pockets in seconds. So there is no. It has perfect and consistent stitches and measurements. You know, that is what the Chinese use for mass production and all this. This is what we are talking about. If we can make close to 1 million outfits in 1 hour, there are people that want to buy. They are all there. You know, so we also want to increase our workforce. And then
how many people do you want to employ if you get that 500 million?
Can get depends on the section. We can get close to 1,000 workers, you know, that are consistently working in a functional tailoring room. Yeah, then we can get, talking about tailors, then we also have plans to increase our laundry section, because all those sections, we all have to increase them. You know, then we also want to get a facility for where a centralized factory, where, because I noticed that most of these our fashion, our colleagues in United States and they have factory in China and all this stuff, they have one central factory where they produce and send across. So it's no longer fashionable to have branches all over the world. It's expensive to do that, and there are a lot of things that goes in. You have to observe the laws and everything. You know, there are a lot of things going on. But if you can have central factory and then distribute across, it's simpler and it helps the supervision and to make sure that the quality assurance, everything is well checked before they move. So, and it's also helped our people here.
So what would be a return on investment? Because you see, a lot of people might want to invest, but you also need to get a financial document. Probably if you get it, a financial proposal, send it to me. I'll put it on my page. I've got close to 500,000 people here watching or following me on the page, so that they will know what they're going to be their rate of return and the equity in the business.
Definitely, there is no way. Most of these documents are somewhat, let me not say they are private. They are private information. All right, but we can let some of them out. I will bring some of them to you.
No, you can just send them to me.
I'll send some of them to you, and then we can put it up. The ones that we can allow to go online. Yes, but I'm sure you have a lot of people you can ask about the brand, both the ones in politics and the ones technocrat and some celebrities. So, guys, it doesn't have to bother about whether you get your return. It's definitely not going to be operated by the company. We have bodies that will handle that, you know. So, in fact, by God's grace, it will get to stock.
Okay, so you're looking at getting into the stock market at some point.
You put your money, you're sure that this is going to come back. I think most of our my colleagues should also consider this route, because
going to the stock market, many tailoring houses in Nigeria.
Trust, because nobody really cares about your integrity. Human being can change. But if you have a corporate body that organizes and makes sure that this is business, no matter how you know who I am, no matter, things can go wrong. Someone can fall, even maybe one of my managers or something can happen. All right, so but putting it where at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you know, your annual returns to you and everything, just like we do in the current interest rate was raised by the CBN. So I also invested T-bills, you know, so I don't have to bother if my money will return or not, because it's, you know, I'm assured by my investment that something definitely my money will come back, you know. So we're going to take it at that level where whatever thing you invest will definitely come back.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here once again. Say, hey, go out there, support it, watch this as much as you can.
Thank you.